So I know where you left off. Zelly decided to be very specific with regards to the focus of her dream.
Yeah, she did a dream.
Yes. Yes.
I turned my dream into a scry, basically.
Yeah. A two-way mirror, so to speak. So Estelle was very specific about the way she wanted to be able to actually cast this dream spell, and she got some information from it. Whether it is important that she wishes to share it, that's entirely up to her.
You ever known her to share anything?
Let's see.
And knowing Estelle, it would be no. Knowing her, it would be.
And Dylan Trust had returned back to camp and was asking to speak to Theo, and Theo was eating, having his late supper, and Freya said that she would go and inquire to see if it was possible for Dylan Trust to visit Theo without an appointment.
Cheeky bitch.
It's such a late hour as well. God.
Hey?
Such a late hour.
Such a late hour, yes, it is such a late hour. Everybody's gone to sleep.
Only a moron would go and wake a commander up at such a late hour. Oh.
Yeah, you don't wake the commander up. No. You got to wake up the commander's secretary, and then you got to see whether it's worthwhile waking up the commander. You could just leave a note with the secretary, and she'll get back to you in the morning.
Yeah, so something like a message of, oh, you're going to be attacked in the middle of the night because the enemy's decided not to wait or anything like that. Yeah, yeah, okay.
Yeah, but she takes that message prior to her
I've just realised.
importance.
Oh, here we go.
She's not
What?
actually loaded the right game.
That what Dylan Trust is trying to do is what you did to the lieutenant in town. Hey,
Nice.
karma.
It's a bitch.
So I said only a moron does it.
How is that karma?
Because you know the
But I-
saying, you do what you want people to do to you. You know, like treat people how you would want to be treated yourself.
Oh, treat others
So
how
he
you
treated
want
a
to be
guy
treated, yeah.
by making them wake up to talk to them about things,
Aye.
and then Dylan Trust is doing the exact same thing. Well, he's not asleep yet, but it's similar.
Oh, so
buggering.
that's why you're saying karma, because it's
Oh,
a similar
okay.
scenario.
I thought it was a case of Dylan Trust was wanting to sneak around and steal stuff from people.
No,
You done that?
not around Theo, of course not.
Oh, that's right. I'm thinking, what? Okay.
Yeah,
Fine.
I thought it was clear.
No, that's right. It's okay.
I got it, don't worry.
Yay, at least Lee got it.
There you go. Don't worry. Lee's gonna get it. No, Lee's gonna get it.
Oh no. Lee's gonna get it.
He's gonna get it. He's gonna get it.
Why do I worry when Whisper says that?
You should always worry. Zebby and Olby were staying in the Golden Eel in Mistwood, and Estelle
Yes.
had returned back to her tent. Surprisingly, the one thing that hasn't been mentioned is the interior of the elven tent doesn't feel as warm as it used to.
Oh, yeah.
It feels
I think
cold.
you did last time.
Feels cold.
I forgot about that detail again.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me.
Yeah, a little bit of detail there. There's probably very significant details. I wouldn't keep mentioning it. But
Oh yeah, I have it
feels
in my notes.
cold.
It's fine. I was gonna write it down. I was like, oh wait, I have it in my notes.
It feels cold. It feels cold. It doesn't feel as warm as it usually does.
So,
Well-
as players, so if that's the case, could it be the possibility that somebody's happened in, like, Riverwind then, I'm guessing?
Means there's interference in the magic.
Right.
It could be numerous things. I'm not going to say exactly what it is. I'm not, because like that could have an effect on.
So basically, this is us players of speculation then.
Yeah, it's entirely up to you to speculate. And
Oh, fucking joy!
Imagine if it was just a case of I'm just too far away from Rivendell.
You're
You know,
closer
the
here than you
signal-
have been ever.
The signal is just too
the signal
weak.
doesn't get a terrible
Quite
reception.
possibly.
Bad
Quite possible.
reception. The weather over in Rivendell's a bit shitty. That's why you're not getting good heat.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You don't know.
And I'm just eating breadsticks in a moment, guys.
You can like ponder the reasons as to why that is, but Estelle notices that the temperature inside her elven tent is not as you thought it would have been, or it has been in the past. It has changed. It has grown colder.
Mm.
What that means, you don't know. But it's for you two. You can try and work it out for yourself, or try and speculate.
It's winter.
But it is well, yes, it is
coming.
It is
I was going to say that.
Yeah.
it is it could be important. It could not be important. It's just something that you just notice.
Hmm.
Thanks. Because usually something that is quote unquote noticed means it actually is important.
No, it.
Anyway.
Yeah, it does. Anyway.
Okay.
What does
Take my
the Lee do? Theo do?
What does the Theo do?
So, like, what does the fox say?
Don't think so.
Oh.
Okay, Theo, you are in your tent, and Freya comes back in. Yes, and she says, "Pardon, my lord. There is the elf, thief, wishing to have a meeting with you. But this time, you're halfway through your bacon mushroom sandwich.
No.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When does he want to meet me then?
He seems very insistent that he speaks to you now.
Yeah, send him in then.
Are you sure? I can send him away.
Nah, it should be alright.
Okay. Freya comes back outside, don't trust.
Try to make sure I finish my food before
when
he enters.
When she comes outside, she sees me doing a handstand, so do I need to do a movement maneuver?
No, you're just faffing around doing a handstand.
Okay.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah, she
So I'm
looks...
stretching my limbs out. It's been a while since I had a good, like, acrobatical movement or something.
Okay.
Okay.
Helps his bowel.
Okay, do a movement maneuver.
Okay, movement maneuver. Somebody's going to have to remind me what it is. It's
Your armor.
So whatever you...
armor, so no armor, so it's plus 35.
That's 35.
Plus
Go.
acrobatics, maybe?
Ticks.
Yeah, go on. I'll give you half your acrobatics.
Okay, hold on. Acrobatics is
Your secondary skill.
plus 45.
Half that. Yeah, that's half of it. Yeah.
No,
That's the half that.
that's the whole thing. It's plus 45.
Okay,
on my
so that's 22.
23?
22.
22.
22 plus 30. So you got 52 up to now. Go roll.
Oh, sorry.
Who did you knock over?
Me.
whoever's Small and orange.
Who was
Me.
small orange?
Sorry.
90?
19.
19.
Well, that's whatever it was, 50, was it?
52 plus 19. So the.
Thank goodness. We asked for acrobatics.
71. Was that 71? Yeah.
Oh, I don't need to. I never took away the PowerPoints for my dream, but I don't think it's a problem because by the time I wake up, it's going to come back.
It's going to be morning when you wake
Yeah, the
up
morning when you
next,
come
so
back.
don't
So
worry
I'm
about
not.
it.
Yeah, I'll
I
just
won't
leave
worry
it.
about it. This is like real late at night. All right, don't trust. Roll a dice. If you get 90 or less, you successfully do a handstand.
Okay.
Anything higher, and it's not going to be a handstand.
It's going to be a sore head.
First roll of the night.
Second roll of the night.
That's
Second roll of the night. Sorry.
Okay. Yes, you do quite
Nice.
easily do a handstand. There's no snow on the ground. Like I said, the snow is much further north than where you are now. But it's still quite cold. It's not frosty, but it's still cold. Yeah. You do your handstand. Freya comes back outside, sees you doing this handstand kind of thing, And she kind of like just coughs gently and says, "The commander the commander wants to will see you now."
Okay, I kind of like put one leg forward and just kind of then put the rest of my legs forward. Like, you know when Lara Croft does that kind of handstand and she twists to get down onto her legs?
Mm-hmm.
I do that and just kind of like shuffle myself a little bit and stand upright and just kind of sort myself out. And as I walk forward to the entrance, I say to her, "You look as if you've never seen somebody do a handstand before, hun."
No. She's seen people do handstands, just not in the middle of the night.
Hmm. Well,
You're a bit odd.
thank you.
Yeah, a bit odd.
I thank her and I kind of walk on in to see Theo.
You push the canvas opening like to one side. See Theo inside there. It's very warm.
See you, Ren.
It's very warm. It's very elegantly well furnished. You're quite surprised to see he actually has furniture.
Well, actually, remember I saw Freya.
Oh, you're putting it
most
together,
of
yeah.
up,
When
so
you've seen it,
I'm not really
it seems to
surprised.
be. I know, but you've seen it putting it all together, but you haven't seen it all like collectively en masse inside. Yeah. But you're looking inside now. You can see this very elaborately, well laid out, furnished kind of like camp. There's a lot of furs hanging around. There's various like intricately woven tapestries thrown over back of chairs and stuff like that. It's very, very nice, very, very warm. And there's the heat is still coming from the glowstones, the two glowstones.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's surprisingly warm in there. Theo is sitting. He has a steaming hot cuppa.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so you can see a plate to one side with a nice little ivory handled knife and fork made of silver.
That's going to be crazy.
And various other things as well. There's lots of things dotted all over the place. Everything that you see does not belong to Theo, but apparently now he's in the custodian of it all.
Okay, I walk over towards where Theo is.
I've turned to face him anyway by now.
Freya, you make your way over to Theo, and Freya kind of like steps back into the doorway again, and she says, "If there's nothing else you need for this evening, my lord, I will be retiring."
No, that shall be all, thank you.
Okay, well, she says good night. She closes the canopy door again. Keep the heat in, keep the cold out. And you hear her just like just shuffle off somewhere.
What's up, Dimitris? What's up?
Well, before you kind of head on to that, I just say seems like a sweet girl, that one.
She does her job very well.
Are you sure that we should be bringing her to a possible battle?
There's a battle everywhere. Doesn't matter where I go anymore.
So did you learn what you needed to know?
No, well, yes and no. I mean, the place I'm heading to hasn't seen any real person. I mean, the beacon area, the actual Cannonhard.
Calhard's the big beacon, yeah. Carlos is the village. Yeah.
Carlos is the beacon, yes. Words. Yeah, Cannonhard
worries.
is the big beacon. There it seems to be okay. It seems to be like there's people there working there. But the small little town that's outside the Carlos one seems to be dead. People have gone missing. It doesn't seem to be great. Not only that, I heard about a falling star.
No.
Yeah,
That must have been a falling star that I heard about when I was kind of wandering about in town.
maybe. Happened a couple of days ago. It seems to be quite an uprising at the moment. And as I say this, I'm bringing out my little notebook where I've written the name. And I say, look, some people over there were looking at this area, and the star's not in the sky anymore, and something hit the ground here. It's very possible it's the same thing. They have a name for it, but it's in one of the Elven languages that I can't speak.
Cinder, I think.
Might be Sylvan.
Pretty sure it was
This is
Cinder.
Sylvan.
Yeah, it was either Sylvan or Cinder, but I think
Pretty
it was
sure it
Sylvan.
Cinder.
Cinder.
Cinder?
Cinder, yeah.
Okay.
Cinder.
Oh, it's just a good thing that I have a level 5 rank in that.
Cinder, yeah.
Yeah, Cinder.
Well, all else do.
Cinder. Yeah, so it was in Cinder. Do you recognise this word? And then I try to... Well, I actually show him the word.
Okay.
So I've just sent him the word.
You sent him the word. Okay.
Iridel. Okay, I'm gonna concentrate on this word for a little moment.
Okay.
I keep an eye on his hands, make sure he doesn't nick anything. I don't know what sort he is.
Nick anything. Okay. Tappy tap tap. Oh god. Hang on.
Oh, how
What
we
is that?
missed the
Ah.
typing.
How we missed the typing. Yeah, I know. Oh god. Hang on. Wait a bit.
As he's thinking, then I will speak to him and I will say that knowing what Carlos is like, and Cannonhard is a beacon of... It seems okay, but Carlos is the place where things go missing. I don't really want to take the people there just yet, but this falling star has piqued my interest. I feel like I want to go and look for it. Just find something out about it, because I did a spell and I found a bit of information out on it, and I know where I've heard the information from. And Lord Elrond's area, the library man, he's spoken to me about it. And if this item has fallen back to Middle Earth,
Yeah.
I don't think it's good for the enemy to have it in their hands. We need to know roughly what's happened. The only problem is the rough area where it may have landed is closer to enemy borders, as it is northeast, east-north.
East by northeast. Yeah.
50 to 60 miles away from the wall,
Yeah.
which is...
Per
I was
proximity of
working
where
out
it's at,
on
it's
it,
around here. So yeah.
It's in no man's land.
Well, yeah, but I was thinking it's pretty close to the enemy's territory.
Yeah. Remember.
It's about 200 men sent out to it.
It
No one...
was, yeah, so people go
Looking at
missing,
that,
and it was
yeah.
sighted. It was sighted. Remember, there was a blinding flash in the sky just a few nights ago as well. A couple of nights ago, actually. A couple of nights ago.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm conscious of that
Oh,
point.
yeah.
Well, either way,
Theo was kind of out of it. when
I'm just thinking it as a player. That could mean two separate things.
There's probably loads of things it could have mean.
Yeah, it could mean like many things, but to me that's like two separate things. Like either it's from the actual star meteor itself that's fallen on the ground, or it could be some type of magic. But just make it,
It
like
is
that.
magic. I can tell you that for a fact. It is magic related.
All right. Mhm.
But as much as you'll get from me.
Yeah. All right. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, because
Fair enough.
We're
Fair
we're
enough.
far away.
It's just my guess and speculation as a player.
Yeah, as I say, I've got
Zabby,
information and I know
no
roughly
clue
what it
has-
is that's come down. I know.
Yeah, Zabby has no clue what the
I have a
fuck is-
feeling that it's who's come down with it is what is I should be looking at.
Oh, now that you said that
It's not
gives me...
Gandalf. It's not Gandalf.
Fuck. Shut it down, you
Yeah,
bastard.
Gandalf's over in Helm's Deep somewhere now.
Yeah, 'cause he
Anyway.
vouched for Olwe, remember?
Yes.
So he's already Gandalf the White.
That's right. Huh.
But
Yeah.
because I know where the names are related to and what their battle was at the time and what happened and what items were left here and one was taken.
Alright. Gotcha.
More for Theo's is more like, well, if they get a hold of this third item, it could just mean the end of the world.
Oh, wow.
Oh my god.
So not just the one thing that I know about, is this thing that you know about. Oh my god.
Well, it could well be the same thing that you know. It's just maybe I've worded it completely different to what you want to hear.
No, I don't. Maybe.
I mean, as a player, this could mean. Honestly, for Theo, this is the thing that he knows about, and for Estelle, you have the other thing that she knows about, Zelly.
I don't think they're related.
They are.
Well, no, wait, no, they are related in certain ways, but I don't.
I mean, maybe if like it doesn't matter if it's either or, it's still a bad sign that if the enemy gets it, then that's it.
Oh shit.
Okay, I think the penny
shit.
just dropped for Jai.
Yeah, it did a second ago, but I just had to be utterly sure, you know?
I love the way I weave these little tales.
Shit. Really?
You're not. You know that, Miss Bar.
Oh, fuck. Oh my god! Really?
Yeah, you can look
Is
through the
this
wiki.
Jai saying this or Dylan?
No,
This is Jai. This is Jai.
You
Right,
can look
okay,
through.
okay,
You can
okay.
look through all that, Jai. You can look through the whole of that wiki and history, and you can research it on the internet, and it is all connectable.
Shit, man.
Oh my god!
So does
Right,
Dylan
okay, as
trust
soon
me?
as... Yeah, Dylan Trust is twigged now.
It's twigged.
Dylan
Oh, you
Trust
twigged.
is certainly twigged.
Now you might want to share that information with at least Theo, and if you
Yeah.
think it's probably important that others should know, you'll have to work out how to actually get them to know. Okay,
As
so
soon...
it's only a little trivial thing. It's nothing to worry about.
I would eat the pizza, you asshole!
You see why I had the panic attack last week?
I totally
Both
did.
had panic attacks.
But I'm wondering if Theo's actually made that connection yet, or if he's just made the connection to what the star is, or has he made the actual
He knows
outside?
about the gem.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
the star.
That's,
doesn't-
yeah, that's
But he hasn't made that. That's an underlining thing. That's nothing.
He
That's-
doesn't
that's
know the
been
name.
connected from
He
that bit.
doesn't know the
He
name.
doesn't know the connections, no. And when he hits him, yes, then he might be a case of like some plans might need to be changed. Or then again, you could just think, oh, maybe they've just lost the star. Maybe they've just put the X in the wrong place on the map.
This is why I was asking, didn't know anything else about it, because I've tried so hard to find about information, but here there's nothing I can find about because I'm in the middle of Rohirrian lands that have no knowledge of elven histories.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Where did you find this information, Theo?
The magic.
The ether.
Well, the name, no, the name came from a star chart.
Would it be possible for me to see these star charts?
No.
Did you
Why
say
not?
copies? No.
I did a little diagram, but it's probably not very good.
No.
May
You'd
I
have to
see it?
roll to be able to do that, and if you've got
No.
you got no astrological secondary skill, it'd be minus 25.
Yeah, there we go, so no. It just looks like a picture of a dog.
Roll.
Do you have any ravens?
Roll
Well,
for,
yeah, just in my pocket. Why would I need a raven?
So that I can send a message to someone.
Why would you need to send a message? What is it that it is you know about?
Well, this name is somebody that is tied to the stones called the Silmarils.
That I've already picked up on.
And if it's whom I think it is, we need to send word to somebody like Lord Elrond or Lady Galadriel immediately.
Well, I was going to send in the morning word to Lord Elrond, so that's not going to be an issue, I don't think.
I'd ask for you to also send word to Lady Galadriel.
He can do that. I will just send it to Lord Elrond because he's closest, I believe.
Okay.
Plus, I know, well, probably not, but I know he does star stuff, so... And that's where I originally
Star
heard
stuff.
about the information from, is in Rivendell, so...
Well, from what I can remember, from what my uncle taught me about history, this man that whose name is written here is actually the son of Fëanor. And I'm probably butchering that name, but I'm not going to break down.
Fëanor.
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 Fëanor,
Who-
F-E-A-N-O-R.
Who constructed the Silmarils, crafted them, I would say that it's imperative that we get word, because if he's fallen with one of the Silmarils, then we need to get them as far away from the enemy as possible.
Okay, so you're not actually telling me anything new at the moment. Exactly what I told you is what you've just told me.
Well, it's very possible that he's came down to Middle Earth. You know,
To help
normally I would
defend
say
like he did previously, yeah?
possibly.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibility. He might be confused. He might not have even come down at all. But I would be very interested to know why he's here and what his purpose is this time around. I'd also want to know.
I'm going to ask a question.
Oh, God.
As a player,
What he
As-
could do.
I don't know this as a stealth, but as
No, you
a
don't.
player,
Yes.
you can be open to.
You sure
Answer
it wasn't like axing a question?
You're
Hey, if only I had an axe, you know. Oh wait, I'm not
Close.
Flint. Oops.
Okay.
uh,
Question. Are you typing it or are you saying it?
oh, I don't. No, I don't want to say it because that's spoilery.
Spoilery.
Anyway, I'd be very.
I'll give you a key piece of information. Okay.
No, wait.
I'll type
Can-
it though.
Wait.
What?
Wait, I'm asking.
Oh.
well,
I'd
as
be
a,
very interested to know if he's planning on looking for any of his descendants.
why? Who's he meant to be related to nowadays? Isn't he like related to Aragorn and all that crap?
No. He does have a few elven descendants.
Well, I know he's related to Riven, Lord Elrond.
True, but
And I'm pretty sure he is related to Aragorn in some way.
Oh, by the way, I figured that out. Whisper. By the way, the thing you just typed, I was like, oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Right. Well, that's okay. That's fine.
there are a few other people that he might be related to, but without further research, I couldn't really say for sure.
Okay, well, I can't say who they're related to, so I can only tell you what I've learned so far. If you know anything else that we need to do about this, then okay, we will try to proceed for it. But I'm thinking about actually, instead of going to Kalos, to suspend it for 2 days and actually go out and try and look for this.
That might be a good idea, but we're also facing a little bit of trouble in this area.
What are we facing in this area?
Well, there are a couple of landlords that intend to...
That's none of my problem.
True, but they intend to level a little area here. Like a little
Okay.
bar.
It's
And
kind of called property development. Maybe you don't have it as an else, but when someone buys an area...
that's all fair and well, Theo. They are actually trying to do this by putting up taxes for other people. You know, and while we're in a time of war, and I understand times are tough, and you have to pay for the army and all that kind of stuff, it wouldn't be beneficial to the people here.
Mm.
You know? So as somebody who has a lot of pull and weight, maybe we can do something about that. They intend to actually go to a butcher's because he owes them money, so we could possibly get there before them and maybe rough one of them up a little bit.
I can't do everything. If we want to go for look for this item, we have to go tomorrow and spend a bit of time out in the world, in the wall, just open. If you want to go rough these guys up, then you and Morwen can do that. I am not going to be spending any more time wasting around if I feel like there's something else important to do. There's only one of me. I understand what you're trying to say, but there are guards. We've travelled with a load of these guys. Maybe speak to the eagle group or the bear or wildcats or deer. See if any of those will go patrol the area to make sure nothing funny goes down.
But why would they listen to me, an elf, an outsider? They'd listen to you over me.
They probably would, but I
So
can't.
I'm asking you.
This is not my land, yeah, to look after.
when Theo says that, Elantras looks at him rather confused, as in, this is Rohan. It is your land.
Now, I'm a Rohan man, yes, but I'm not the Earl of this area. I've been given the title of...
Wouldn't it make sense to tell the Earl of this area?
I can mention it to him tomorrow if you wish. When I go and ask him about get a bird to send information to Elrond, I will speak to him at the same time.
Thank you.
But if you feel more concerned about this, why not speak to the people in the bar? Or
Well, I don't know the area.
well, nor do I.
Well, then I think we're agreed. We tell the Earl and let him deal with it.
Okay.
Okay. Stella, I'd like to know more about this particular little sequence of events that we have here have now with this star coming to Earth.
Well,
Would they call it Earth or Middle Earth?
Middle Earth.
They call it to Middle Earth. It fell to Middle Earth, but they'll just say it fell to the ground.
I'd like to know more about this star that fell to the ground. After I say that, I just kind of politely excuse myself.
Oh, fuck. Wait, okay, never mind. Go, continue.
Steady,
Sorry.
Sorry, I politely excuse myself, and as I'm leaving, I see if there's any kind of like piece of fruit or anything that I can just pinch that he wouldn't miss.
I've been keeping an eye on him, remember? If I have to roll for it, I will.
What are you going to try and
I'm
take?
hungry.
He's hungry.
What fruit does he have in the tent?
Some apples, some pears.
Okay, I'll take an apple.
Okay.
A measly one.
Okay, you take an apple.
Should have stolen.
I don't say anything about
You
an
don't need
apple.
me to roll for it?
No, you just pick an apple up and
You
you
just
walk
pick
out.
an apple out and you just walk out.
Alright.
I'm not letting you like steal something
He's not
else.
taking
It's
like the
literally-
bed, or he's not taking like the glowstones, or he's not taking the teapot or anything like that.
or any like forks or any cutlery.
Yeah.
You know, I was making sure any little things like that. I was
Fur
keeping an eye on.
blankets.
Food, I wasn't too fussed about. You can take food.
Yeah, you can have that. That can be replaced.
Yeah, just walk out. Take my apple and walk. Like, yep. I don't even turn to see if he says it's okay. I just lift the apple and keep walking.
It's all right. If I didn't agree with you, would have heard something.
And you would have seen something as well, like a middle finger. Like,
Would not have worked. I just sit on my
Hey.
bed and looking out the door for a while.
Looking out the door. Okay, door's open then. Leave the door open.
concerned that I come
No,
back in
looking
to
out the door,
still
sorry.
with it.
Just looking out the door, thinking about all the stuff that I've learned.
Amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. You've learned some really cool stuff, yes.
Yeah,
You've
just,
learned
coming
that
up,
there's a star missing in the sky.
just coming up with like a plan in my head about
There's
stuff.
apparently a blinding flash a couple of nights ago, which you kind of missed out on.
Yeah.
Carlos is a dead list place where it's pretty much run down. People go missing.
Carlos is...
Cannon Hard is a beacon that seems to be okay, but it seems to be functional. but not,
Calnhard's
not
a very...
great.
yeah, it's a very functional kind of force. It's quite a well-established...
No, thinking about all
Quite
this,
large
all this
force.
is being taken in at this one moment.
Kalos is a deserted village. If you can imagine, like a deserted medieval plague village kind of thing, but minus the plague. Empty buildings kind of thing, run down, very desolate kind of thing. And you've been told that if people or things that do go there tend to disappear, just yeah, it's like a Bermuda Triangle of Middle Earth kind of thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
Dylan has taken his apple. He has left the tent. Yes?
hmm
Yep.
And you're sat there just peering out into the darkness. You can't really see much further in the darkness than probably about 4 or 5 feet. Okay?
I do that for about 10 minutes and then I lay down.
So do that about 10 minutes and then lay down. Don't trust you have left the tent. What are you doing?
Okay, as I'm leaving,
You have
the
your
tent,
apple.
I start eating the apple,
Yep.
and I look around to see if I can see Moen.
Moen is on the far side of the camp.
Okay, I go over to her, and is she awake? Is she not awake?
She's sleeping.
Damn it. As soon as I see that she's sleeping, I just kind of leave her, and I sit at a fire, eat my apple, and just meditate for an hour.
Okay.
Oh, well, you tried.
Estelle,
I'm sleeping.
you are sleeping. You've had this, you've had your dream.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that I can't expand on the information that you got in your dream. That's precisely what you dreamed about, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Yeah.
Following morning. This is the morning for everybody, okay?
All right.
The morning. Yeah?
Yes. So all our points are back in 30.
All your points, your hit points are all back to normal, or your power points and all the rest of it is all stabilized, all back to normal, kind of thing.
Mhm.
It's
Am I
a,
at like minus 15 now then, or instead of minus 20, or am I still at minus 20?
well, for pain and injury.
Yeah, what goes on for that?
Oh no, that'll just go back to 0 again.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
It goes back to 0 again, yeah. If I had a day's rest or something like that, it'll just return back to normal. It's like, you haven't done anything like mountaineering, or you haven't done any combat, you haven't done any...
Basically, nothing that could possibly
It's just a day
increase the
off.
injury.
If you take a day off,
Yeah.
like, just relax and just take a day off, then it is fine.
Okay, cool.
Okay?
Mm.
For the people that are in, so for Zabi and for Olby and for Estelle. Estelle, you wake up, crawl out of your Rivendell little tent,
Yeah.
stick your head outside, and you see the Rohan soldiers in kind of it's almost like a mist. A mist has kind of come off the river, and there seems to be like a bit of dew on the ground. It's very damp and very chilly. And the Rohan soldiers, a lot of them are already awake already, and several of them have already started by dismantling their tents and have started like checking up, making sure the horses are okay and all the rest of it. Some of them are cooking a little bit of breakfast. Some of them have already halfway partway eaten their breakfast, and some people are just checking to make sure that equipment's okay all in one piece. They're still riding light, so there's no armor on the horses, and there's very little in the way of armor on these actual soldiers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So they can cover more ground. They cover ground a little bit more quickly.
Yeah.
But it's a very kind of greyish, dreary kind of a day.
Mhm.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah. I want to hurriedly pack up my tent and everything.
Okay. You busily set away, just hurriedly putting away your tent. You can hear the various camping noises coming from around you of all the soldiers, all moving things around, putting things like rolling bedrolls up, rolling blankets up, and putting them back into carry-ons and things like that, into backpacks. Somebody like washing out some breakfast cooking pans and things like that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Steadily everybody is starting to like get ready to move out.
Good,
Zabi,
Hello.
you wake up. You wake up, stretch out, and you see you're in this huge bed. And it's a normal size bed, but just because you're small, it seems bigger than normal.
Yeah, so for me, I got more or less a nice relaxing sleep in a long time, basically.
Yep, you got a real nice long sleep. It's quite warm. It's not. It's obviously warmer inside than it is outside. You can see there's condensation on the windows, on these red line glass windows. Looking out over the backyard, you can see the washing line. You can see some carts and some barrels and things like that, and some crates over a cobbled backyard. And you can see it's either been raining during the night or it's had a light shower.
So it's a bit wet.
It's
I'm
very,
guessing?
it's very like it's a grey kind of wet, damp day. Yeah.
Mm. Right. First off, I go and check on my clothes. Are they still damp or are they more or less dry?
No, they're dry. They're cold. They're cold. They're
That's fine with me.
But they're dry.
Right. So obviously, once they're dry, I basically pick a pair and put the other back in my rucksack or
Okay.
my belonging
You're
bags or
busy
something.
instead about just like sorting yourself out and getting dressed.
Yeah.
That thing.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Double checking if everything is there as well.
Everything's
just
there.
so-
Everything's been left exactly the way it is. It's not. It's not a busy thoroughway. This village. It's not like full of strangers all the time. It's
No, I know, but you.
the
It's
tavern.
It's best be careful.
Yeah, the inn
double-
itself. The inn itself is really quiet. You can hear the sounds of some people moving around. You assume they're moving around in the kitchen downstairs.
Probably getting breakfast ready. Then I'm guessing. So.
But there's nobody else on your landing, like in the adjoining rooms. Or anything like that, moving
Yeah.
around.
Once I'm like fully dressed, I go out peeking, at the window that I have in the room. Do I see any shops open or?
You can't see anything from the window you're in because that overlooks the back. It overlooks a cobbled like rear courtyard.
Really?
Yeah, you can't see any shop fronts. That's all you can see is basically just like there's a stables. It probably looks like it's got maybe 3 or 4 accommodation for 3 or 4 horses in the stables. It's a cobbled
thought
yard.
that I'm in room 3.
The one at the back of the.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
she was in the one at the front.
Oh, you're in the one
I
at the
was
front.
in the one in
Yeah,
the front.
always in the one at the back.
Oh, okay.
The back had the washing
Yeah,
line.
because
Oh,
room
yeah.
3 is the one in the front, while room 4 is the one
All
at the back.
Looking out the window, you can see that it's very misty. You can't see very far,
Right.
but it overlooks the market square itself. You know the bun.
Yeah, do I see any like market stalls open or anything like that?
There's no market stalls open yet. It's still quite early, but you do see a couple of people moving around as if they're putting together some kind of preparations for the festivities. Yeah,
Okay, keeping that in mind.
but it's still kind of misty. It's very dreary kind of wet day.
So, roughly what time would this be looking roughly at the sky?
This
I know
is-
it'd be cloudy,
I'm
but
gonna say yeah, but it's probably a couple hours after dawn. So in the winter,
like around 6ish.
so it's
then?
around about 7, 8
Seven.
o'clock, something like that. Yeah.
Okay. And that's normally the time I get up as myself.
Very cool. So it's you can see a couple of people there moving straw bales around. They're arranging, putting stalls together, kind of thing. Tying bunting that might have blown down overnight in the wind. Straightening things up. But there's certainly there's no shops open. You can't see any shops open, and the visibility is not exactly great because it is very like there's a low mist seems to have rolled in off the river. Yeah, it's a very damp, dreary kind of day outside.
Yeah. Right, okay. So basically, even though I don't know if the shops are open yet, it's quite misty out there. Zabby's first thoughts would be, I better go and ask the barsman downstairs if he knows if there's a Fletcher's in this town. While getting the food, but at the moment of time in that bedroom, she's just basically making sure and double checking if everything's in place, basically. So just double checking if it's secure, double checking if the items that she had before are still there.
Yeah. Nothing's changed. Nothing's out the ordinary. There's nothing so suspicious of anything.
Okay. She does basically take her things and goes to where Uli is.
Okay. Well, always in the room opposite.
Yes, I go over there knocking on the door, like.
I go over there, knock on the door, and there's no response.
She's still sleeping or something.
don't know.
I knock on the door again and say, Oi?
There's no response.
I lean my ear against the door.
Okay.
Do I hear anything in there?
You can roll.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, roll for perception.
Oh no, the horny hunter. He gets back.
I'm not risking that one. That's a 2.
47.
47 plus my perception, yes?
Yep. What is it?
Perception on is 68.
She's not in the room. You can't hear anything in the room. And
Wait, what? She's not in the bedroom?
You assume that she's not in the room.
It's still locked, is it, or no?
I don't know. You can try the door.
I nudge it a bit.
You nudge it a bit and the door opens.
Okay.
Just a little bit.
Okay, I nudged it a bit more and peek in the room.
There's nobody in the room.
She must be downstairs then. Don't get paranoid, Zabby. She must be downstairs then. I go downstairs to see if she is.
Okay, Theo.
Wow.
Yep. Yep.
Fucking hell!
Cliffhangers.
Well,
Yeah,
Theo, you awaken. Freya is kind of like she's put out a clean set of clothes.
Oh, I get clothes.
Yeah, clean set of clothes. Yeah.
Okay.
Your weapons.
Mhm.
Set to one side.
Just touched my weapon.
Yeah, your weapons to one side, and a cup of tea.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Yes.
She sees that you are awake, and she says, "Is there anything you need her to prepare for or to do for today?"
I need Morin and Dillindra's. If you can send word, try to get them or something.
Right away.
Thank you.
I mean, it basically means do you want?
Oh well,
Do
give
you
me
need
5
to see
minutes
them
to
straight away, or do you need like
Give
now
me
it's
5
time?
minutes to give me like dress and that and food, but yeah, send them as soon as possible.
Okay. She finishes just arranging. She puts your boots down. It's like they look like they've been polished.
Okay.
Okay.
You were so scared, weren't you? Oh.
Your
I
boots
was
have been,
so scared I went into a coffin fit.
yeah, your boots have been polished. She just sets them down. So everything that you're going to be using for the day, to start the day off and to get you through the majority of the day, is all neatly arranged in front of you.
Excellent. Can I start eating, drinking? Well, if there's any food, I'll eat it. But if there's not, I'll just drink and get myself.
There's a bowl of some kind of like, it looks kind of like a porridge kind of thing, but it's got slices of fruit dropped into it.
Yeah, I have a little nibble.
Okay, yeah, it's hot.
I'll scoop it all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll eat that, drink my tea, and I start getting myself ready.
Okay. And she leaves. She leaves. You seem to go and find Don't Trust and Moen.
I've become accustomed to having a servant.
Okay. Don't Trust.
Yes.
You kind of like you sat in front of this fireplace. There's soldiers like dottering around or cleaning things up, cleaning pots out, like digging the mud out of horseshoes and stuff like that, and scraping the mud off the side of their boots, and like trying to straighten up their uniforms and making sure that the buckles are nice and tight on their belts and on their scabbards and all that kind of stuff. All sorting themselves out, making sure the quivers are like holding the correct amount of arrows and all the usual kind of paraphernalia that happens when an army's kind of like either on the move or just preparing themselves for the rest of the day.
Mm-hmm.
and a squire, kind of like not a commanding officer, but kind of like a messenger. Not Frey though, and a messenger comes to you and says that the commander's aide has sent message that you are to speak with the commander at first opportunity.
Sorry. All right. I stand up and I turn around and look at this fellow
Yeah.
because I'm assuming he's come up behind me.
He's come kind of just off to one side of you.
Okay. Well, I stand up and I turn
Is he
around.
the same height?
He's a Rohan, so
He's taller.
he's a little taller.
A little taller?
Yeah,
Listen, you forget how tall Dylan Trastad
I know.
is.
He's a little taller. Yeah, but
You know how old this guy was? If he was like a younger teenage or...
yeah, he's a messenger. He's a messenger.
So I stand up and I turn to him and say, is there a particular reason why he wants to see me?
There's no reason given. The commander's aide just instructed me to find you and to relay the message.
Okay. Tell him I'll be along as soon as I'm ready.
He says, very well, I'll pass that message on to the commander's aide.
Thank you. What is your name, good sir?
He doesn't wait to give you his name. He literally he's running off now. He's just away down, running back towards.
Did he not go and see Morin?
No, there's somebody else probably might gone to see Morin.
Oh, right. I thought Dinner Toast was like sitting not too far away from him.
From Morin?
Yeah. Weren't you? Or was I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
No. He's gone off. He's ran back off to the to the commander's aide.
Mm.
I smile, shake my head, and just sit back down again.
Yeah.
Yep.
About 5 minutes.
Let's see Mulwyn.
As I say, about 5 minutes goes past, and Mulwyn comes up to you, and she says that some jumped up little spuggy over Rohan's just come up to her and said that the commander's aide is requesting an audience with the commander in the commander's tent, shortwave.
Yeah, that'll be Theo. And his commander's aide is a little girl that's travelling with us. I told them...
Well, no, she was next to me half the time.
I told them that I would be there when I'm ready, not beforehand. I'm kind of letting them take in everything that's happening around him right now. Because we got some information, or he got some information, and that I was able to add a little bit to, that might be rather overwhelming to begin with.
Hence why I probably want to see you straight away.
Yeah,
But no, don't worry about that.
But
Don't worry about it. Nah,
you've got a lot to you've got a lot to take in. You've got a new squire, and you're getting treated like a king. So
Okay, I'll just do it without you.
Rather than be there right there and then and punch you in the face for getting treated like royalty, I'd rather wait a little minute or two.
Okay, so Mowen's basically said that some little jumped up squirt of a Rohan has just come up to her and said that the commander's aide requires an audience with her and the commander at her earliest convenience. This morning preferably. No idea what it's about.
You got earliest convenience, I didn't.
There's convenience, yeah. And don't no clue what it's all about. All that she can recall is that they were bringing the people here, and then they were dropping them off, and then they were going to go somewhere else.
Well, that somewhere else is now changed to somewhere completely different.
Why is she not surprised?
Because life isn't surprising.
How do you know that? Nothing's changed for the people. You're just making that up. I've never said anything about the people going anywhere else.
But I never said that they were going anywhere else.
But you've just said that's completely changed.
said where our destination is, could have
Yeah,
changed.
hasn't changed yet.
Hmm. Could have changed.
Could have changed. Well, she's not. She wouldn't be surprised. Um,
See, she's not
she
surprised.
wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. Yeah. And considering that they went from like the Holy Elven Kings to Dol Guldur to Lothlorien into Rohan. Now they've ended up here.
Yeah.
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 Why don't I fill you in as we walk towards where Theo is, on what information we
You
got?
fill Morwen in with what? Well, the information that you have. Yes, and it's up
Yes.
to you how much you wish to share with Morwen. And Morwen kind of like Morwen's a Dudain, so she's not as well clued up on Elven history and Elven heritage and all that kind of stuff, and folktale and fairy and all the rest of it. And I'll be honest with you, humans tend not to dwell an awful lot on it because to them it is storytelling.
So as we're walking towards Theo's tent, I kind of fill Mulwyn in on some of the stuff that I was able to deduce from the name that Theo gave me last night, or the night before.
Yeah, yeah.
And
Last night.
And I specifically tell her about the prophecy.
Prophecy?
Mhm.
There's a prophecy?
There's a prophecy?
That's a prophecy.
Okay.
I'll send the prophecy through to you, Whisper.
That's fine.
Actually, no, I don't need to send it through to you because it's on the page that you sent me.
I know, it's all background
So,
information. It's all token background information, so yes. Anybody who's made the connection
I tell
do
her.
it themselves.
I tell her about that prophecy. Just tell her that and say, if this is that person, then it might be an idea. Sorry, I'm eating at the moment. It might be
Alright.
an idea for us to actually try and find out if one of these things has fallen to Earth or Middle Earth. Or
Yeah,
to the
well, I
ground.
mean, yeah, to the ground.
So
Okay, well, say
That's why
she's
I'm
not that
inclined to find
really
out more.
clued up. The only thing that she says is that Fëanor, there's a bit of feedback on somebody. She says the only thing that she can remember, like from what people have told her, and like she said a lot of passing tales about Fëanor, is the name of Fëanor's father was Finwë.
Mm-hmm. I agree with her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I agree with her. Yep, that was his name.
I'm just
That was
saying
his
that's the only thing. Yeah, it's just
That's right. Theo would agree. Yeah, that was his name. That's what it says.
it's just Fëanor and Finwë. That's all that she knows from the story. The rest of it is like all just blurrish gibberish. She doesn't really dwell an awful lot on that kind of thing. And but she seems to recall it was something to do with the long night or the longest night or some along those things.
Well, you're not wrong.
It was some. She recalls seeing some kind of a book or something like that on Elven history called The Longest Night, and it seems to be all like it's all written down in that anyway. Not that she reads books.
Books were never really my strong point either, Melvin. Instead of hearing about past adventures of long forgotten heroes, I'd rather be out in the world living those adventures.
Yeah.
Seeing what there is to offer. Seeing what great tales could be lived as opposed to sung about by bards.
Anyway, so you both of you arrive outside Theo's tent, and you see Freya stood just a few yards away from the tent, like in front of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And she says, the commander will see you now.
Thank you, Freya.
Okay, and she pulls the tent to one, like the tent opening to one side. Yeah?
Mhm.
And she goes inside and says to Theo, my lord, the Duodane and the elf, as you requested.
Thank you, Freya. That'd be all.
She kind of nods her head. She turns around and she goes outside and she closes the canopy door again.
Wow. Right, Morwen, Dintrides. Oh, have you spoken to Morwen about what we spoke about last night?
Yep.
Okay, Morwen, so you have a rough idea that the knowledge... Do you know anything about this? Do you know that the thing that's fallen, the star...
She says that this person was a son of Fëanor.
Okay.
His father was someone called Finwë.
Okay, yeah, so you got all
we
the...
got Fëanor and Finwë. But
I understand it sounds very, very similar to Alwi as well. I know. I picked that up a long time ago.
But it's all derivative from some time in Elven history called the Longest Night, which she hasn't had the opportunity to read about. But apparently, there's a few books of it kicking around somewhere.
Yeah. Okay, so look, I've said to Dintrides last night, I think we should actually go and look for this, because if it falls into the wrong person's hands, it's pretty much bad. But I can't leave the people. I was going to ask if you two want to go out and scout it while I take the people back to Callard.
Yes. Okay. She kind of you sit around and you're talking about this kind of thing, and they're saying,
I say, like, I'll go to, like...
Wasn't there supposed to be 3 of these Cimmerals?
Yes, but as far as I'm aware, 2 are already in the hands of the bad guy here. As of the guy in Rivendell, the librarian told me about it. Now, as far as I'm aware, 2 have already been captured, and there was 1 that was taken away.
1 was captured?
Well, as far as I'm aware, 2 were captured and 1 was taken away.
She doesn't remember reading that bit.
Well, this is what the librarian told me.
My memory that was that 1 was burned, the other one was drowned, and the other one was thrown into the sky. Now, if the one that fell is the one from the sky, we have to find it.
Well, so the one that was burned was thrown into a like a volcano, like a volcanic fissure in the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I believe that one has been taken by whatever his name was.
We don't know where that's at. They don't know where this. Basically, there was a big crack opened up in the ground, and there was all the lava flowing everywhere, and it was thrown into that. But we don't know where that was. Well, she doesn't know where that is because she didn't really pay much attention.
Okay, well, like I said, I mean, Dintrides, you're in agreement that we should really go look for it, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Now, the only problem I have is I want to go with you guys, but I don't know if I've got the time to suspend with these people to tell them to hang here for another couple of days. I could be taking them back to a new life.
What are we supposed to be looking for?
Well, it's either a big rock, little rock, or a person. Who knows? Yeah. If you find a boat in the middle somewhere, then you're pretty good.
Find a what?
A boat.
A boat?
Yeah, that's probably something quite good to look for. But it's in the middle of the no man's land.
In the middle of the wall. Hey, look,
Yeah.
Okay, Moen's like looking blankishly at you and wondering why she's been sent into the middle of a wall, which is like the equivalent of Grand Canyon, looking for a boat.
Well, no. I'll give you directions in that. It's about 50 to 60 miles away from the end of the wall, east-north. It's east-north, yeah.
East-north.
So it's more easterly of the north.
So basically,
It's fine.
north,
People
east,
understand.
East.
No, east, north, not northeast, northeast. Yeah. You have to.
No, it's not northeast. It's northeast.
No, it's east, north. No. Oh my god, no, I got it wrong.
Is east
Whisper,
east,
can you remind
Okay.
people again what it was?
East,
Well-
north. I have it all written down.
Okay.
The directions to that Pacific
It's
place.
more easterly
It's east,
than it is
northeast.
north.
I thought it was like
east,
north,
northeast. There's north,
there we go.
northeast, and
East,
northeast.
northeast.
East,
Yeah,
east,
there you
north.
go. I just asked whisper nicely for that.
Oh, is it east, northeast? Or
Yeah,
It was
east,
something,
east,
yeah.
Yeah.
east, northeast.
East, north,
Not
east.
north,
East,
northeast.
east, north sounded really weird to me, and I'm pretty sure it was like different.
Yeah.
I know north was
I know,
earlier than the end.
I know. I was just hoping that you were going to send Dylan, Trust, and Morwen out looking for this thing. With like, which direction is it? West?
It's south-southwest.
So basically, the direction that they're possibly going to go towards is somewhere around the northeast area, correct?
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you guys want to go and look for that, yeah,
If you both want to go looking for it.
I can then start heading the people, or I can tell the people, hang off for a few days. I send a message to Lord Elrond about this as well, because he's the only other person I know that has information of this. Yeah, I know the name sounds like Ulwe, but I don't have any knowledge of history for elven families and that. I know Ulwe's related to Lady Galadriel and Nostriel and that, but she also spent a lot of time in Rivendell, so there are so many things. They're heading to Farbard. Rivendell's closest to Farbard. If I send information to Rivendell, at least he may be able to sense or find Ulwe closer to him to send her information. It works better for me to send information to Lord Elrond to say that this is possibly falling down here. Wait for him to reply, which could be a day, I don't know. Yeah, to see if he wants us to go out looking for it. All within a certain time frame, because I've been asked by my king to take all these people and civilians and go over to another location to actually ready for stuff. Yeah, prepare for everything that needs to be repaired and check it all over. And then where we're going is a hell death trap, you know. Like
And the world isn't.
the beacon is the beacon is up and functional, yeah, but
What kind of threats would we be facing at the moment?
just real like bandits
In the world?
wags probably.
Yeah,
Haunted.
yeah. It could be haunted. It could be wild beasts. It could be tribal.
Anywhere else
Tribal
So
goblins.
your average Sunday walk in the park, then?
pretty much, and it's the same place. If we go to Kalos, it could be haunted, it could have
There's some mining going on out there as well. Like, I mean, some mines
well,
have
there was
disappeared.
200 people that went out there and no one's returned yet, so
Yeah, 200 to 1. There you go.
but if we have a scout who goes up in
Is it
front,
not 200 to 2?
But that's still bad odds, isn't it?
No, it's just when you said 200 to 1, I was like, is it not 200 to 2 if it's me
It would
and
be
Morwen
400
going?
to 2 then. No, it's 200 for every. Yeah, 200 people have gone out, or supposedly 200 miners have gone out looking for this thing and they haven't come back. There's also the situation
Like
where
two
somebody.
people actually raised the chances.
Yeah, disappearing completely. But there's also like there's somebody out there buying up plots, like old mines, or buying up plots of land, and been doing it over the last couple of days or so. Yeah, there's lots of things, all the wild beasts and hauntings and all the strange things going on out there. Yeah, it's nice.
yeah, it's exactly the same like anywhere else though. Any wild beasts, hauntings, and I mean, there's no difference. It's just it's in no man's land.
Yeah, no law, no, nobody's gonna come to you. Like, there's no guards or anything like that. Yeah.
No,
Nah.
Let's go then!
the Dylan Trust is in for it. Are you up for it?
Who, Morwen?
Yeah,
Morwen thinks he's crazy.
yeah, but you've like known me for a while now.
Yeah, and she knows you're crazy.
There we go.
Go out into the middle of the wall.
Go and speak with the old man.
There
and,
is no like it is. You want to go 50 to 60 kilometers away from civilization, with no supplies, no backup.
Yeah, or we travel 4 days with no civilization and no supplies and no backup. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
but at least
up
we'll
to
all be
you.
together. Well, yeah, but
Three of us against whatever comes at us, and with all the civilians. Yeah, We're not an army. They're not, the armies are staying here.
They might, yeah, but they might. Some of the civilians might decide to stay here. I know some of them have been talking
Okay,
already.
so maybe let's say 100 civilians show up with us.
But didn't you just speak to the commander of this place and ask for sandwiches?
Last night I asked, but I need to find out. I need to go speak to the civilians to see how many are actually showing up for us to get supplies and all that. Yeah.
As these two are arguing, I'm just kind of sitting there, slightly just watching them, and then eventually...
I'm always keeping my eye on him to make sure he doesn't nick anything.
I'm not nicking anything. I'm just sitting there listening to the two of them, and then halfway through their conversation as they're arguing, and when Theo's not looking directly at me, I get up, just kind of sigh, and then walk out.
Okay. Okay.
I make sure I always pay attention to where his hands go. If I have to roll for it, I will.
That's
Oh
fine.
my god.
As I'm walking out, I take another apple with me. In fact, I take 2 apples with me this time.
You're going to need a bit more than that if you're going to go 60
Someone's
kilometres in
hungry.
no man's land, because there's no trees, there's no rivers.
I just take 2 apples from his tent.
It is a barren, rocky wasteland. But there's a few nettles and a few
Okay,
hawthorn bushes.
Maureen, I understand that, yeah. Dinner Trust has left. Between you and me, there's one other thing we can do. Is you and him...
I'm going to go chasing after something like that that supposedly fell out there.
No, okay, listen. You and him can travel over to Ulwi and inform her of this information. He knows about it as well now. He knows a bit more of what the prophecy thing is.
I never said anything to you about a prophecy.
Did you not?
No.
I think I know about
I
that.
told
bit.
Moen
No,
about a
I think
prophecy.
I think I know about that.
Moen knows
Yeah,
very
you
little
kind
about...
of. I think that's kind of more.
No, I've got my own information, so I've sort of
Yeah,
thinking of that as well.
Moen
so-
knows very little about this. All she knows is that it was in a book. She's supposed to have read it. She can't be bothered to read it. It's called The Longest Night. It's an elven book.
I know, I'm not asking.
It's
you
got
for any
these people
information.
in it, some pretty stones, and it's something to do with a load of elves, and that's it.
I understand. I'm not actually asking you for any of that information. I'm
You
asking
want
you...
us to go looking for something that
No,
probably doesn't
you-
even exist.
Shut up, Moy. Shut up. Now listen. Just listen.
Oi,
to me.
Moen, shut up! Listen!
I'm asking you if you want to take Dylan Traz and go and see Ulwi, because her name is part of it.
Oh, so I get stuck with him.
That or the wall. Yeah? We've got to find this item, or we've got to find someone who knows about it.
Supposing it's got nothing to do with this item.
Then everything's dandy, everything's great. The information I send to Lord Elrond won't matter.
And then we still end up in the middle of the world.
Oh no, you turn around and you drop back. Okay, don't bother going to the wall. Go and send information to Ulwi. Yeah, I've got no way of getting information to them. You know where they're heading. They're heading to Farbard. Take Dylan Traz with you.
So you want Moen
tell him
says
he's going
like,
to deliver
she
information,
can-
and you
if-
and him can get on a horse, and you can literally fast travel
Moen
there.
said that she can ride to Tharbad.
Yeah, but take Dylan Traz with you as well, because he knows about the information you don't know about it. You only know a little bit, so at least he can explain to her. I'll send word to Lord Elrond to see if they can provide any aid or if they have any information. And then what I will do is I will take civilians to Canonhard and I will wait for word there.
Okay.
Before that, I need to go and make sure that people are coming with me or not.
Moen said that she'll ride. She'll go looking for Estelle and Olwe.
With Dylan Traz.
I'm taking Dylan Trask, am I?
You have to. He's the one with the most information. You don't know nothing about it, you just said.
No, she knows bits and pieces, but she's obviously not like
Well,
it's
you
elven
need
history.
someone-
It's elven.
You need someone with a bit more information about it then, don't you? So you need to take him no matter what. Yeah, you don't have to tell him that you're going to see Estelle and Olwe. You can lie and say you're going on your adventure to go and get information for this thing or whatever. I don't know. He may not want to show up.
Maybe pretend you're going to the wall and go the opposite direction.
And you forgot another person.
Well, you're not an elf.
I'm still included in this band, you.
I know, but I was referring to the elves. Like, the elves are the things that know
Oh
it.
my lord. You dick.
Yeah.
That was player to player.
You can even say, like, you've got to travel to Rivendell to deliver this information, but you can't do it by word. You need Dylan Chaz to actually relay it properly because he's got more of the knowledge. Yeah, and just lie.
Okay. Well, she can try. Look, she said she'll try. If he doesn't go for it, then she's still going to ride to Tharbad.
And I give her the word. That's the word. And say that's what's probably falling.
Okay.
Okay, so even if you don't manage to get in with you, at least you have that. Okay. Leave.
Dragon kicking and screaming.
Okay. With that, then she says, okay, she'll try and speak to him, and she leaves.
I will go outside and speak to the people,
Oh, God.
if the people are awake.
Okay, so you're preparing yourself. You got yourself all nice and shiny, brand new clean clothes and shiny boots and everything. Yes? And you're going to do your first public announcement.
Yeah.
Estelle!
Yes.
God.
I knew it.
Estelle,
Prepared. Yes.
okay, you're all packed up.
Good. I go around the. I'm gonna take the initiative, go around the men, make sure they are all ready.
Initiative.
And then I'm gonna go straight to the town and find Olwe and Zabi.
Okay, you have a quick look around the men. Yeah, they're doing what they generally do. Small platoon of guys just camping out for the night. Then not really taking the mission much as serious as they would if they're getting ready for war. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they're handling it quite okay. There is talk of, or did you see last night that the other two people they all stayed in they got nice comfy beds and they all stayed in the nice tavern in town. Yeah, we had to camp outside here. No, we had to camp outside here, and then they had to, and they got nice, comfortable, warm beds in them buildings over there. Okay.
Yeah. I don't blame them. They have no. Well, I'm not gonna gossip. I'm not gossiping.
And I got you can hear them. You can hear a couple of them talking about it. Can't you?
I swear that's a little bit of calm to Estelle.
No, it's not.
To me it is. Because
They're talking
still...
shit about you two.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, yeah, no one's talking shit about me. I stayed outside with them.
No, they're talking about the good shit about me and all me.
That's not the good shit.
It's true.
Jade, you do realise that when they're probably talking about you two that got to stay in the hotel, they're not exactly singing your praises.
No, they're probably talking bag smack about you.
Yeah.
They're jealous. They're jelly. How can they stay in a tavern, we stay out here? That's a literal, like...
For Zambi, she hasn't been in that bed for I don't know, let's say 5 years.
They don't know that.
Exactly.
Apart from the time we spent in Lorien.
Yeah.
Nah. She didn't get a good night's sleep. Don't remind her of that, please. Thank you.
Anyway, I'm going to the town and finding Zabi and...
Mm-hmm.
You're going into town. Okay, you head into town. Yeah, there's no guard. There's no town guard on duty. It seems to be just a night shift job only. Push the gate open and you go inside, and it's very misty. You can see some of the town is starting to wake up, and people are setting up stands and setting up stalls and things like that, as if they're preparing for this festivity that they're going to be celebrating. It's going to be a few days as well. It's not a single day event. It lasts 3 or 4 days. And it's more like a agricultural kind of show. Yeah. And the more you go around and speak to people, listen to people, and hear them talking, all the rest of it, and they said, things along like that. There's going to be some like a vegetable judging contest, and then there's going to be like
Oh yeah, the
a
festival.
sheep shearing contest and stuff like that all going
Yeah.
on, and then there's going to be a lot of different things like that.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's like an agricultural kind of show, but there's also going to be some wrestling. There's going to be some high jumping being done. There's going to be some stone throwing. We're called stone throwing,
If only I could stay, but I can't.
and then there's going to be some archery.
Woo! If only, but I can't stay. So I'm looking for the.
That is
paladin.
so tempting.
I know, but like no, we can't stay.
Yeah, and there'll be prizes awarded for first, second, and third place.
If I could join that party, I would, but no.
Okay.
I could get prizes, but I can't do that. No. Finding Olwe and Zabi
All
in the
right.
tavern.
Okay, you head back
Place.
quickly towards the golden eel, and you go inside, and you can see Orby resting up against the bar on a bar stool. Yeah, and she seems to be poking into something, a ball of something. She's not sure what it is, and she seems to be poking around in it.
All right.
Do I just come down then?
You just come through the ornately carved wooden archway that leads to the stairs, that leads upstairs. And you come through that, and you can see that Olwe is sat on a stool at the bar. The bar is approximately 4 to 5 feet in height, so you can't see over the bar, and you can't see you see Olwe stood there. And as you approach, you also see Estelle approach from the main entrance.
Yeah, I'm going to Olwe and say Morwin Olwe.
Morning.
Morning Olwe. Wow, that was terrible. Morning.
She turns around to see you, and she shows you the ball.
What? Can I look? What are you poking?
It's some kind of mashed up cornmeal and milk.
But why are you poking it?
She says, would you like some?
Sure.
She says, here, you can have this one.
Did you bite in it already? Did you see who made it?
Probably somebody in the kitchen made it, but like, it's
Are you
not.
put off by it?
Yeah, she doesn't like it.
What's going on here?
Morning, Zabi. Sure, I'll just have your oatmeal then. I'll eat it.
Okay. So she hands you. She kind of slides the ball across the bar towards you, with this kind of carved wooden spoon thing. And it's basically it's kind of like a porridge, but it's a very thick, almost wallpaper paste in texture kind of porridge. Yeah, you can model with it. Okay.
Oh God, is that thick? Wow.
Yeah, you could literally model with it. And she's saying, she said, you hear her muttering under her breath saying that, God, she misses Rivendell.
No. I just basically get to one of the stools and sit on it.
You climb on top of one of the stools and park yourself on the, almost on the corner of the bar.
Yeah, my stuff is like next to my side anyway, so...
Yeah, on the corner of the bar, kind of thing.
Yeah.
There's nobody else in at the moment. The fireplace is lit. It's just been lit by the.
Yeah, I already like paid my piece for a breakfast kind of thing, didn't I? So.
You did.
Yeah.
And you can see the daughter of the innkeeper, kind of. She's putting some straw and some sticks and then some wood onto the fireplace, and she's just setting about lighting it. And the barman is smiles. He says, "Oh, did you sleep well?"
Well, for me, it's been quite a long time, so yes, I did sleep fantastically well, thank you.
She glances over to Olwe. He glances over to Olwe, and he knows that elves have a tendency not really to sleep. And then he glances over to Estelle, and he asks Estelle, "Oh, you stay at a friend's house?"
Something like that.
He knows he didn't stay there last night, the night before.
Yeah. Yeah, that's all I say.
Wait, Estelle, you came in here last night? What?
Oh yeah, I just did a visit, that's all, just to know where you guys were staying.
Right.
Checking
Oh,
up on
that's
him.
literally what I wanted to do. It's not.
Okay, what the hell happened? Because you got me curious with that bit. Just what?
I found out where you guys were sleeping and then went back to bed. Well,
Yeah.
of course, I ended up having a bit of food while I was here because the food was smelling and
Yeah, but apparently the bartender recognized you, so
The
Yeah,
bartender
because I
bar-
came
bartender,
in and he saw me.
He's polishing a glass kind of thing. He's got a rag in
I had
one
a
hand, and he
meal.
goes out the back.
okay.
He comes
Yeah,
back.
if you get served.
He, co-
Does he?
he comes back a couple of minutes later, and he's got a bowl of this porridge stuff with a wooden spoon like stuck in it.
Is that for me then? I'm gonna say.
Yeah, he puts it down in front of Zabby.
Waste not, what not. She eats it basically.
Are you sure you're not hungry, are we?
No, always. She'll find somewhere. Don't worry about it. The barman looks over to his daughter, who is literally got this small open fireplace, literally like jam-packed full of twigs and sticks.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and she is surprisingly trying to strike matches, and the matches are by the time she gets them from, because she's burnt her fingers twice, trying to get them from the flame from the match to the actual sticks. She's gone through almost half a box of matches, and the guy says, "For God's sake, girl, are you going to light that fire?"
You can't see me whisper, but I'm giving the biggest middle.
As a boy, good boy, you what's it?
Yeah. You what's it whisper.
Okay.
Even
two foods as well.
Zabby doesn't know that, but still, good fucking play, man.
Oh, deja vu. Ha. You don't ignoring that. My gosh.
Okay.
Oh yeah, at least you want like maybe some nuts or something. Oh, wasn't there a bowl here with nuts and
Some boiled notes and raisins and things like that, yeah. They're still there. They're kind of half empty now, but she's sitting picking away through those and just nibbling on those things, yeah.
Yeah, just grab that stuff, because after we finished here, we need to go back out and start readying to ride.
Yeah, I quickly call over to the bartender and ask, do you have a Fletcher's in this town?
No.
Oh, bam.
It's just a small town. I wouldn't expect
small
them
town,
to...
yeah.
Well, it's best to ask them not, right?
It's predominantly growing stuff.
So basically, like crops and like
Farm village.
farming stuff.
Yeah, allotments and things like that, yeah.
Well, like I said, it's best to like
Little
check-
gardens and things, yeah.
Well, it's best to check they're not.
Yeah,
So-
but no, there's no Fletchers in this. There's no blacksmiths or anything like that. It is just planting stuff, growing stuff, farming stuff, and sowing stuff. You know what I mean? Like
They have fishing stuff as well. 'cause
they have
they're
fishing.
next
Yeah,
door.
they do have
Yeah.
fishing. Yes, because they do have a kind of a walled harbour. So it's a wooden harbour, a wooden walled harbour, but it's on river, so it's not tidal or anything like that. Yeah, and they do have nets out there. They have nets, which are permanent things.
All right. Thank you for that. I just wanted to obviously
No
check.
pictures, no. There's no
if there-
jewelers. There's no jewelers. There's no need for all that kind of stuff.
That's fine. That's fine. I was just curious. That was all what this town had to kind of offer, you could say. So, not in that particular way of what you're thinking, though.
Does the porridge taste like cardboard?
It tastes like dehydrated Weetabix.
Ugh.
Well, for Zabby, she's just like eating it anyway. She doesn't.
Chewy.
Can I every mouthful of like?
It's chewy. It's very chewy.
I try to eat most of it, but like, cause it's something, and I don't have to waste too much of what I have. But can every so few full spoonfuls, can I like shove like a raisin to
Yeah.
weigh out the flavor? A few raisins.
Without the flavour.
Well,
It
to
does-
Estelle's point of view, Zabby doesn't care. She just like eats it no matter what because she's just bang on
We just
hungry.
completely pull it off. I'm eating always breakfast right now.
Yeah,
Okay.
but
So much better foods.
but anyway, thank you for that.
You have an
Thank you
acquired
for the information.
palate.
There you go. Anyway, the girl, she's finally actually managed to actually light a fire, and she's got a small flame going in the fireplace now. Some of the straw and some of the twigs are starting to actually catch.
Also, for Ollie, if she wants some bread as well. With
Yes,
those
been Ollie.
raisins.
The barman looks over. He says, "Oh, finally, better late than never."
Don't worry, I've been keeping it. I've been nibbling. Don't worry.
Yeah.
That's all we want, some though.
No, always got some nuts, and she got some raisins and things like that. She's fine.
Okay, but we're gonna be riding for a long time now. Well, I'm trying to not have too many breaks.
Too many
Well,
breaks.
we know, Estelle. We know.
Where are we
Hello.
going? Where are we going now?
Straight to Tharbod.
Oh, straight to Tharbad,
Yes.
not to Edoras.
To Edoras.
Oh, we're going to Edoras.
What?
Wait, who am I talking to right now?
Olwe. Talk to Olwe.
Wait, isn't
Quote,
Edras the
unquote.
main city?
Yes, let's just stop talking about it. We're going to go back to the people, then we can talk about our trip to Edoras. You almost confused me. I was like, wait.
So you're going to Edoras,
Are we?
not to Tharbad.
Yes! Wink, wink, nudge, nudge!
It's a
I'm
play
trying to
for
be
anyone
subtle about
listening. They're trying to say that yes,
Oh.
we're going there, not actually somewhere else.
Yeah.
So if anyone's listening,
Oh,
That was
right.
our, like,
that was your
player. That was
idea.
our, like,
Oh,
live
okay.
thing. It was our, like...
No, so we're going to Edoras. Oh, she says, oh, right, okay, so we're going to Edoras.
Yes. That was clear.
Okay.
Can't believe we're so...
Okay, Edras it is.
Edoras, yes,
I
Edoras.
don't- Thank you for that.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Where are you going?
Edoras.
we're going to Edoras.
Edoras.
Alright, we're going to Edoras. Right. Okay, she says, well, we better get going because, like, we don't
Yes.
want to lose the daylight because
Yeah, Zabby at this point finishes her bowl. Ah, that was good.
Okay.
I
What?
did, kind of.
Kind of like you've gone through half of yours, Estelle, or half of Always, I would say. You've gone through half of Always.
Mm.
It's very dry, it's very thick, it's very tasteless.
Can I ask for water?
Water. He says, yep, okay, and he disappears through the back again.
Just a glass.
There he
So I
comes
can
back.
jug this down and just do one of those full mouthfuls kind of thing.
He comes, he comes back, yes, and he's got a small little, like, not a glass, but a small little, like, wooden, shot glass kind of thing, like a wooden, it's made of wood. Almost like a very small miniature barrel. And it's full of water. It's just plain straightforward water.
I do quick goggles, like gulp, eat, gulp, eat, gulp, eat, gulp. Eat,
Okay, yes.
finish,
When you do that, okay, you finish that. It's like, oh my god, that must have been the driest, tasteless, stickiest kind of porridge breakfast you've ever had in your life. And bearing in mind that always like was poking her fingers into it, you know, he did the best thing you possibly could do by eating the damn thing.
Yeah.
Okay, and so always making her way outside. She makes her way outside. She's in the marketplace.
Same.
Okay. Yeah, all head up.
I follow Sue and just whisper the like to these two. Is there possibly that I could do something real quick with my little dagger friend here? I should in soul stealing.
Okay. Well, you're
Like what?
outside looking around.
Yeah, I keep it hidden though. I keep it hidden.
A guy comes past you pushing a wheelbarrow, and inside the wheelbarrow it looks like they've got 3 turnips.
You want to put it in a turnip?
It has to be a freaking living thing. So like a fish.
If it can take 10 seconds, then yes, do it.
Can it?
Oh, it's instant. All you gotta do is...
Yeah, I just want to poke a fish.
You just want to poke a fish?
Just basically either like a small animal or something like a.
Yeah, it has to be living.
Wait, have you even told him what the dagger does?
The dagger. Okay, player
Sorry.
player to player, and everybody will know this now. The
You really informed them
dagger.
about the dagger because we did it when we first tried it.
Yeah,
out.
we tried
But
it
I
the first
wasn't
time.
right at
You
your...
arrived at the end of it.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's why I
Okay,
wasn't sure if
okay.
Estelle knew. I know.
Okay, I'm just gonna say this as a player. The dagger that Zabby's got is a glass dagger known as soul stealing. Basically, if I
know.
stab an enemy, and this is basically to people who are listening, I can take the soul of that individual into my dagger, and then the glass will go black, which indicates I have a soul in it. But if I stab this into another, let's say, creature, like a rabbit or a mouse or anybody really, that soul will then go into that creature, and apparently the process for that is the soul that was in the dagger goes into the creature, and now the two souls have to fight for control. Basically like a possession kind of thing. And that's me just saying it as a player.
So does Estelle know about this dagger? I know of the dagger.
You know of
I've
the
seen
dagger.
it.
You know of the dagger, and you've seen the
I didn't
dagger.
know
But you
what it
don't.
does.
But you don't know.
haven't
You don't know
seen
what it does
does.
because I don't know if the guys. I don't know if the characters explain the items that they found in the smiths.
I think I tried to, but because
And
Lee's
plus,
character
after you
being
guys fought
yeah.
the
Because you didn't go.
Zabby just like says to her, "Look, I just need to find a small creature to just poke at, and that's it. Just a small little creature."
Okay, Zabby's kind of like looking
Are
around.
you itching to stab things?
She's itching to stab something. She's like standing there,
no,
like
I'm
on
not itching
guard,
to stab. I just
like a
want-
little goalkeeper, looking for something that's moving very rapidly, so she can just jump on it and stab it. And you kind of like
No, it's
Right by a river. I mean, you can go grab a fish if you really want to stab
has
a
to be
fish
living,
and cook
though.
that.
it has to be living, not dead.
Yeah, fish in the river. Last I checked, are living. I mean, they swim. How would they swim around if they're dead?
If they're caught in the frickin' net.
But that's a fish in a net, not a fish in a river.
Always looking and wondering, like...
Look, just help me find a very small creature.
There's a chicken. There's a chicken. Go get the chicken.
Oh my god. No, I'm not doing it in a public chicken. I'm not doing it in a public place with a frickin' chicken.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you can find a
If you
squirrel.
kill that chicken, she'll be branded as evil for life.
Probably
Zelda
won't.
reference.
Will attack you.
There's a
Zelda
cat.
reference.
There's a small cat over there sitting on a wall.
Any freaking farm animals or pets, for goodness sake. Because the freaking soul I got could possibly equally be as diddly. I'm just whispering to them, by the way, as well, so...
We're walking out of town, so...
Yeah, I know.
Okay, so you're walking through the town. You're walking past the setting up of the stalls, and so he's putting up a coconut throwing stall.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And a few other side shows as well. There's some they look like ceramic jars, and they're arranged on a table, and the table seems to rotate. And the idea is that you throw these like wooden balls, and you have to try and get 3 of them to land inside these glass jars.
Okay.
Yeah, and a couple of other ones as well. Yeah. And then as you work making your way through the marketplace, as they're setting up this country fair festival kind of thing, with various like who's got the best dressed rabbit kind of thing going on.
Mhm.
Off to one side is an old lady, and she is adorned with an old but very elaborately woven robe, and she seems to have a kind of like a crownlet, and it's got various feathers sticking out of the top of it. Elaborate, very exotic feathers seem to be pointing out the top of it, and she's setting up a kind of like a small but very tall tent. It's purple, and it's got guide ropes holding it down with wooden stakes and things like that. And she's setting up a table in there with some fortune telling cards and a small little crystal ball and all that kind of stuff. And she's got a little sign outside saying "Fortune's told."
Why do I get the feeling that that type of person is a fortune teller with tarot cards?